Ah, lovely nature. This is Logan Dean Symington coming at you in this beautiful park in a hot day. That's why I'm in the shade. I'm enjoying the shade. I just had a coffee a couple hours ago, so through the whole crashing thing, kind of feeling that. But it's an overall nice day. You know, it's lovely summertime. August, I think it's the 31st. August 31st. Have you ever been burdened by financial stresses? I have. In fact, I am right now. And that's one issue. It's an external issue, right? And it was created because of my internal issues. Namely, I've identified it. There's and I'm connecting them to the brain. There's my survival instinct, which lately has been pretty low. When I say lately, I mean last 2 or 3 years. And even then, I was always thinking about, depressed and suicidal thoughts. My entire life. Honestly, it's kind of weird because most people don't have those, or very rarely, but I daily, like literally, multiple times a day, have homicidal and suicidal thoughts. All the time. Always depressed. Always thinking about injuring people and murdering people, murdering myself. It's kind of bizarre, but that's always how I've been since I can remember. Not maybe always, and maybe it's due to some traumatic incidences in the past, of which I've had many. And then, so there's a survival part. And I figure a little up is the kind of like emotional intelligence, but the self-view, and I call that self-esteem, self-image, self-esteem. And that, kaputsk, both my parents had low self-esteems, all these people, and transferred to me, and just never got off the ground. So basically with the self-esteem, I don't know, like, oddly enough, I have coffee or something like that, some sort of stimulant, and I just get boosted up, and then crashed down. And then sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the awesomest. It's interesting because when your self-esteem is low, you can go the exact opposite for some bizarre reason, but mostly like 99% of the time it's been like really low. So bad self-esteem, bad survival instinct, especially the last couple of years. And then last S, let's make them all S's. Soul purpose, right? Or self-actualization, which is kind of similar. And I've read a lot about, especially the last couple of years, trying to delve into the soul purpose, figuring out how do I self-actualize, how do I achieve these things. And a lot of it comes down to like passion, which means basically you have something that you love so much intensely that you're willing to work through the pain, because there's always pain in our lives. And there's certain techniques maybe to get relief from the pain, or drugs, or exercise, and meditation, tons of things. But it comes down to it, when there's no thing that you're passionate about, be it a work, or I think it's mostly all tied to people, right? I mean, I sit around here, I'm loving the wind, the trees, shade, the sun, the nature. I love the nature thing. It's kind of weird. I love the planet. I just can't deal with people, and I can't deal with in the society, which might be another thing with the rational kind of rational survivalist kind of thing, connected to numbers and the economic social system. I've been working on it. I'm just no good at it. I don't care about it so much. I couldn't be bothered. So those are kind of some of the things. The last couple of weeks, I've tried a few different ways to, self-murder, I guess. I like put it like that, maybe. Just get rid of self. So I guess if I want to look in the Hawkins scale of consciousness, I'd be pretty down in the low in the shame. shame, guilt, all this stuff, most of my life. Then I get up to fear, and that's exciting. And then tops out at anger, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like anger. Ooh. Anyway, I haven't really felt that much anger the last couple of years, so I can't. Which means it's not actually a good thing. It means the fight's gone out of me, really. Whew. So, I've been, it's interesting, like, because I'm learning how to be more present. I meditate, and I realize that I feel that I've been sold a false bag of goods, and people say it's all going to get better, blah, 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 all this stuff, in the future, it'll get better. And I'm sitting here and believing this, or wanting to believe in it, right, hoping, like, maybe it's true, maybe things will turn around, there's ups and downs. I don't know, it's been mostly down, and some ways up, in certain ways, but basically my experience has been kind of down. Intellectually, emotionally, and maybe kind of spiritually, I've been meditating and learning these things. I can enjoy life, and it's interesting, I can enjoy life, but I just can't deal with life. And it's interesting to note, too, I was reading about people who considering death and such. And it's not that, I don't think I'm different in this fact. And recently there's some people I've known that are kind of new, died, killed themselves, and it's not that they want to die. It's just they don't want to live. Or are unable to cope, or, and I like to think of it, don't have reason to cope. It's interesting. So, I've tried some different ways. I've taken some methanol, drank it. It's like poison. It's supposed to cause you blindness and causing the kidneys to fail. I don't know. And at the same time, I took twice as much aspirin to apparently shut down my liver, and it didn't. It takes some time, and then I did all this, and then I swam out into the middle of I swam out for like an hour in the middle of the water, and nothing. And then I was like, I'm just gonna drown. I just kept on swimming and swimming and swimming, and then finally it was dark. It was night, and I was like, ugh. And then for some reason I wanted to turn around. The survival instinct kicked back in again. Maybe because I got enough oxygen in my lungs. I was exercising. Who knows? And then boom, I was like, okay. Then it took me forever. It felt like forever. It was nighttime, and I was swimming towards some lights on the horizon. I was like, man, what's the deal with that? And yeah, but now I've kept my eyes open. I was visualizing ways to off my life, I guess. And there's some messy ways. There's a train that goes by there. I don't want to do that. Ugh. I cringe at the thought. I see some pictures, but I think that throughout history, hanging has been historically viewed as humane. And in my bag, I've got some rope, which should support my weight, and I'm gonna do it in a stairwell, and I'm gonna tie my legs together so at the moment I won't be able to put my feet on something because it'll be binded together. And I've got some handcuffs I just bought. Then I'm gonna handcuff my hands behind my back and kind of swing into it. And I don't know. I might pass out right away. I might choke out right away. And I'm gonna listen to some really beautiful music while I do this. And yeah. So I thought it through. Because the survival instinct kicks in at the last moment. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, but really, I don't have that much stuff to live for. And I do, and I don't. There's some awesome people I've met. Oh, pardon me, I'm getting emotional. Let me just take a breath here. Yeah. better luck next time, I guess. So, barring any specifics about my life and everything, this is why. I don't have much enjoyment. I don't have much reason. Don't feel much survival instinct. Don't feel much self-esteem or purpose. So I feel disconnected, frail, weak, and stupid, I guess. Anyway, I'm just belaboring the point now. I just wanted to put this out there for anyone who's curious. And yeah, so I think tonight's the night. Everything is in order, everything's organized. So yeah, I hope to put this video up right before I do it. So I'll have to find some sort of place that I can upload it. And then yeah, I hope it explains some things. This has been Logan Dean Symington, August 31st, 2012, age 30, signing off for the last time. All right.